check, radio check. Work is in the AO. Hello everybody, to the stream, glad you can join us today for another round of Ultima drawing. Well, over the past 3 days, making this the 4th actually, we've been trying to get this Ultima, the representation of fans of Celia Immigrant from Hawaii Justice, to cosplay as Ultima, the tournament leader of the Dragon Clan from Battle Realms. So far, we've managed to apply all the flat colors, although we did take a lot of liberties with the design, specifically the air quotes Nodachi, and how the legs look and all that stuff. Now, with everything that, all of the flat colors done, we can probably go into rendering the details for this little guy. I'm not too sure how long we're going to be. Something I might have to in a couple of hours, so we gotta get down to the brass tacks of all things, and unfortunately I might not be as talkative. It did say that this will be a mostly quiet stream, much like the other ones. I hope you bear with me at least. Stay around until we can actually get this little guy done and ready. Without further ado though, let's get down to it, shall we? Start. Guess we'll start with this. Okay. Shadows. Of course, I will interject from time to time. For the time being, though, we'll just have to focus on getting this done sharpish, so to speak. So what time is that? That looks like he has a 9 o'clock shadow. 5 o'clock shadow, rather. Shadow. Not much of a change there. Guess we can just go ahead and do the same for this little guy here. Let's see. Yeah. looks good enough. Just need to remember this needs to be done with this little light. That gives it a bit more 3D shape, I suppose, so it doesn't look like a flat face. Do I want to shine eyebrows? Maybe not. Maybe a bit, just a bit. Keep it like this. I guess that's everything for the face. I was expecting it to be a bit more detailed, but I guess that's how it is. If we get a little too much there, we'll just ruin anything we get done. Well, I guess we could probably do something like this. Mouth. Definitely need some shadows there. It's just one sec. Is that the right angle? No, that feels kind of off. Problem is, the outer layer doesn't even have any shadows on his mouth. It's going to be a bit confusing. Cripes. I think I'm getting stuck on a minor detail again. It really feels it's flat if it's just like that. I feel like we can just add a couple of shadows. I just don't know what shape I want to put on it. Give it to me. I think I still got some what do you call it? Cobwebs in my brain gears. Not working properly. Second. It really doesn't feel right. I can't get the shape right. Like, this would be easier if he was just if it was two different colors, but because it's just a flat color on the original, it's kind of confusing. Maybe I should concave. Okay, that feels wrong. It's like he has a nose now. Dang it. Fine, let's just keep it flat as is. Keep them out flat. Eyes. I mean, it already looks fancy like that. How about other people? Because I feel like I want to add some brightness into the eyes of the Automa so that he kind of looks like a bit more bright out instead of like some sort of dead fish thing. But I guess it's standard for them to just have black eyes without extra details. Well, some of them actually do add some lines or lights, whatever. Okay, let's just keep. Okay, let's just keep it black. The bright eye thing is more for the other Justice mascots. Well, except for the Grams, I think. Nothing for the eyes. That takes care of the face, I think. Mostly. And now we can go for the body. Okay, then that means we can go out to the tie now, which technically also doesn't have any D-scales, but I want to put some shadows on it so it doesn't look flat. Hang on a second, just step something. Interesting choice of events there. I guess that works. Get the right. Did. You tried any ups on that. I could probably put some sheen on it though. Just a slight bit of sheen. Let's go for the other one. I forgot to put some shadows on this guy. Something by bright but not dull. Like go over there. You know, ever since I got the Keyta update, I feel like the dynamic brush tool is a bit heavier now. Maybe some defaults will change during the update now. Too bright on the wrong angles. Yes, that could work. Somewhat. Okay, now let's go to the Huns. Huns already have most of their shadows on the side, so we can work on it. Don't inherit alpha. Supply. Up. I miss. Give me a second, I just need to check something. So anything that side of things. This part is a bit easier since there's not a lot of details apart from big ping pong ball. Just need to shadows for the bottom area. What else do I need to look into? What is these? Oh, that's where it came. Let me see. The hands, though. I mean, for this guy's hands, though. Now for the Odachi wearing hand, I think there's going to be a bit of a bigger shadow. Slightly bigger. This one. Yes. Oh, that works. That was excellently right what I need for it. And hang on. What is this? Sorry about that. I just had to check something on my feed, which was weird. Okay, everything on the hand and the hand guards, which are darker. There's a bit of sheen on these guards though, so just add some shadows and then we'll add the sheen later. Technically, you don't really exist in the automotive connectors over here. Just want to add some fanciness to the design so that at least looks a bit closer to how the original automotive looked over here. Excuse me. This one is going to be very dark. Okay, maybe not just this segment. No sense. Let's be honest. Okay, that works, I suppose. It. This one down not much, and add some sheen to that later. She blows. Nice, we can probably add the sheen 90% and lighten. Take the white piece of white segments here. just a bit there. And just a slight touch. Yeah, that could work. Gives it a bit more texture, I think. Do I want to do the same for this part or not? What happens? It's guess it works. Hang on. Check this real quick. handguard pretty much done. I think we're done with the arms. The hands, really. Now we go into the body, which is also going to be fairly easy. Ow, ow, my knee! Why is it only in the morning? Starts. Hang on. Okay, this is going to be a bit trickier. It's too much. Not much of a change, really. Doesn't look like there's a lot of shadowing over there. They're angled elsewhere, not too visible. Okay, now that looks nice. Hang on. Oh! Oh, sorry, Kurtapa. I didn't see you the first time. I was kind of distracted, to be honest. What do you say? This. Apart from currently doing this drawing stream, I'm also checking on some sort of updates that I'm trying to follow on. I hope you're still here. It's a bit of a distraction, really. As to your question about what character that is, I think I said this earlier, but an Otomo is basically the artistic representation of the fans of Cecilia Immergreen from Hololive English Justice. They're pretty much like clockwork automatons that look like a bunch of I can't tell if they're melon-sized green pea kind of thing automatons, or if they're slightly larger, but they're generally like that. They usually do a lot of stuff in lore, but they're pretty much just there to be thrown around during 3D events and such. So yeah, that's what they are usually. Yeah, I really am sorry that I wasn't checking the chat that much, since I had to do a double check. I was looking at some updates that I was expecting to come around this time. They were very late. I guess some did come around, I just didn't notice the first time. But yeah, don't worry, I'm not banning anybody yet. Well, aside from a couple of earlier last year, but that's a different story altogether. Anyway, back to rendering. Where were we? Body is done, I think? Yeah, there's not much to render here. He's just a big... well, not really big, but he's just a sphere. So there's not much to work with there. Then, what else? After that, I think we're going for the sheen now. And I think there's something here that I can just copy. Put it on forehead segment. E. Oops, that angle. Then go. Oh. Let me just add another one. So, well, it actually fits because Otomo is partially bald, so I guess adding some extra sheen on his forehead actually work. Yes. That is very, very nice. I like it. Gotta keep it solid, no need to blur it up a bit. Same effect here on this angry Otomo on the lower right. What the heck is that noise? There we go. Okay, that seems on. Yes. Okay, that works just right. Now let's go elsewhere. It's time for the feet. This one's a little bit more shadowy since it's technically below everything else over here. So what even was that? Time to put some shadows on these boots. What? I guess this is the debuff of having only one monitor. Can't really get a lot of situational awareness since your field of view is limited. I have to tab in and out every other minute just to check if there's anything on the news feed or the chat feed. There we go. That works. What's going on over there? It's a little too dark, but I guess that works still. How about... No, it's pretty much the same. Cripes, what happened there? What the? Oh well, let's just do it. And we're done. That makes the feet shadow effects done. Now we're going to add some shadow. This one will require us sampling some colors from the original image, though. Thankfully, there's a lot to go around. It's not gonna be much of an issue. Technically, yeah, just gonna be shadows again. I could probably adjust this a bit so that there's a bit of lighting. Oh yes, like that. Perfect. But with this... Yeah, I suppose it does. But that's usually just up to viewer interpretation, I think. this one will be slightly different since it's a different angle. It's... just like that. Why does it look much darker than here? Because of the multiply effect. Yes. What else? Okay, next. Now that's the feet done, let's go up to the wind-up keys so that the Ultimo is going to be complete, and then we can move on to... come on. Set of shadows here. Probably gonna have to add some sheen here so that there's a bit more texture in the hair as well. Okay, now that works. Favor. Yeah, that looks nice. Now we add some sheen so that the shininess and the lighten up key slash hair knot. What do you call it? Top knot. Top knot. Why do you keep the term? You keep forgetting the term top knot. It's a little excessive. Go. I suppose. Probably just go. Just get it with it. That should do it. Now we got these shinies up, and I think that's the ultimate body done. So we can now move up to Hakama top. The body first. Some shadow. That. Yeah, I think that would be helpful for your mental health, buddy. Maybe take a deep breath. Rather do some deep breaths for a couple of minutes. They'll help relax. Can do this here. Add some spots here and there. Should be covered. Up now. Now it's probably me. I've been having some internet issues over the last few weeks or so. I did hear that they were doing some maintenance for my line within the next few weeks, so that's probably contributing to that. But I did say that you should probably spend a couple of minutes every day doing some deep breaths to help you relax a bit more. I've been trying to do that, although not 100% effective on my part, mostly because of the weather. Hard to focus on relaxation when it's a little too hot in the evenings these days. I really should get back to finishing the Serpent campaign after I'm done with this fan art. A couple of missions. I'm already in the halfway point, to be honest. Just a couple more missions and we'll be done with the Serpent campaign, and then we can go to the really hard Wolf campaign. Well, for my first time playing it in hard mode, I think it was really enjoyable. Just forgot that. Although, because of the definitive edition, yeah, that could be helpful if you're not too focused. If you think you're a little too inactive, maybe you can do some stretches before and after, before sleeping and probably after waking up. And here it at least helps you get a clearer mind. Wow, that's a little too dark. Let me just. It's even darker. Was I going to say? Oh yeah. The updates they did to the definitive to the Zen edition really made the AI a lot more challenging. So a lot of these stuff that just were annoying in the original versions with the campaign have become very, very challenging. And while I do welcome the changes that were very fun to play with after all, they can get annoying after a while. Especially in missions where you clearly do not have any supplies at the start and the enemy is already well entrenched. If that's the case, I probably can't help you there, buddy. I'm sorry. You might need some help from friends, like or friends or relatives, maybe. Okay, shadows up. Where do I put the shadows on this inside stage? Somewhere here. CD to C. Okay, now that works. Works very much for what I need. D8. I see what you mean. It can be hard at times. Oh. Sentai Kingamon. Oh. Well, as long as you think you can gauge yourself, that should be fine. But if things get a little too hairy, maybe you definitely need to get some help from people close to you. That always works. Of course, you don't have to listen to me. I'm not a professional in with these kinds of situations. Always seek actual people specialized in these kinds of work. Anything somebody says on the internet isn't always 100% professional advice, so... Shh. Tsugi wa tsugi. Oh. That's fine. Not much I can do in this part. Just a slight smudge of shadow. There you go. Tinfoil sounds like a good idea for emo. I mean, steamed sweet potatoes, even though it's very much an autumn comfort food. But well, any tinfoil vegetables in February usually mean probably potatoes. Potatoes, eggplants. What else? Tomatoes, maybe? Wrapped in tinfoil and then cooked on an open fire. Now that's great for February. And add a little bit of probably some salt and pepper to taste afterwards. It's now hungry again. This is a Tusky. This one is also gonna be just shadows. Not too visible, but not that big anyway. Yeah, I see what you mean there. Usually, one good method for dealing with that is just doing a bit of a indefinite detox, trying to disconnect from everything for a bit, just so you don't get exposed to it too much. That's what I was gonna say. Excuse me. Just do a little bit of stretching. Oh man, that kind of scratched me a bit. Yeah, that's a good idea. I think stay off for a bit. Try to find a way to get mind refocused, and then come back stronger from that. Right. What was I going to look for? I kind of forgot. Whatever. We got the Tusky done, somewhat. Next up would be... So that's everything for the Hakamatsu. Is it really shadowed? I guess it is. Yeah, okay, it does look like it's shadowed. Probably gonna have to change the background on this because it kind of looks like it's plain purple. Tusky... Tusky, it's going to be... Saya first before we go with the Nadachi. Saya's gonna be easier since it's just... Let's go with the body first. To my signal. Access. Oh, it's a different color. It got detached, so that's what happened. How do you reattach this? Oh, where the heck did my pen go? Go. Next would be the body for the body for the Saya itself. It's really hard to balance using just one ear pad since the other one's broken, and then you keep hearing bzz, 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 bzz in the only working ear pad you have. I think my mic's also about to go. I gotta borrow some money from somebody I know so I can get some better equipment. Like, I do have money, but it's already accounted for. It's going to be used for something else. It's not included. That's a bit too important, and I can't really touch it. So, well, mostly for daily expenses, really. But I also have some fees I have to pay for, which is why I can't really touch my money much. ちょっと待つだけ。何時? Still good on time. I think we can actually finish rendering today. Probably. Hang on a second. Okay, this one doesn't have any shadow effects yet, I think. Yeah, it's really hard to borrow money in this economy. So yeah, I'd rather not. Just have to make do with this until it probably breaks down entirely, and then I'll just do a couple of silent streams for the next few years. No commentary gameplay. No commentary art stream. Should do it for now. Let me double check something. Ooh, what's this? Hang on. What? Oh, that's oof, my streaming bitrate is really awful again. Hang on. Well, 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 what do we have here? Alright, that's the body of the shot, the body of the Zayat done. Now we can go on the Kojiri. To make some fancy shiny stuff on the Kojiri. You know what would be really good right now? Some pretty, a big pint of Rocky Road ice cream. I know it's not exactly a good time to be enjoying something cold, especially since most of the East Coast is buried in snow. But I just want ice cream. Looks like the snow has moved on from the East Coast, so there's no more risk of random wolves showing up on Liberty Island. Still, they did suffer some pretty big snowfall events over there over the past weekend. What? Never mind. Cookies and I change my mind. Hang on. Give me a couple of seconds, I just need to grab something to drink real quick. Sorry about that. Bit of sip up. Hey. Sip up here at least. Shall we continue? Kojini's done. Time for the strap. Jar. Excuse me. What is that? Okay, that seems to work now to some more details here. Ink. Just moving this part here. Some segments here. Is that? There's a naval mines in this river. Good night, Katapa. Hope you have a good rest. And hope the weather isn't too bad where you are, that you'll have a harder time asleep. Thanks for dropping by. Okay, straps rolling. That's what I don't want to give it a bit of a shade. Okay, since some leather. No, that doesn't seem right. Right? So how do we get this pen done properly? Stationers. Janitor! Hang on a second, just gotta get this back. Maschinengewehr. Die Maschinengewehr. I guess that's done for this draft. There's really nothing much we can do for this one. Not a lot of stuff for details. I mean, we can probably add some sheen, but nah, it doesn't feel right for padding. And I guess that's done for the Saya now. Saya is the Nodachi. Let's start from the Tsuba first. Tsuba. You know, let's start from the Kashira. How do we put the shadows on this thing? So let's just do this. This one's gonna the other way around, but the bottom's gonna be shadowed. If I feel like I got tinnitus all of a sudden. Nothing much there. Now the ornament's gonna be a bit shinier, but there's gonna be slight shadowing on that. I had a bit of a sheen drop on that after we added the shadow. Spin. Sorry if I was quiet there for a moment, I was just checking this on my feed again. Right, it's almost time. We're making good time at least. Just need to get this done quick. We are in the Nadachi after all, so it's just a couple more steps and then he does. That we now go up to the ska. No, the interior comes later. Let's start from the seppa, and then the tsukaito, and then the interior. This one, so. Oh, that's pretty much the only seppa. This one is tsukaito time. Excuse me. No, I've really been having some issues with trapped gas after exercising. I really need to get some extra help with that. Shit, it's kind of... right after. Okay, just a bit more and we should be done. Just need to clean this segment of the Nadachi up, and then we'll clean up the background, probably add some gradients or some such, or change the background colors entirely, and I think we'll... not too visible. I guess it's fine. I think no need to add some extra details and textures because the line art actually gives it a bit more texture already. That should be good. Same goes for this area. Interiors will probably follow the same pattern. Yep, Skyto is done, and Tsukaito is done. Now we'll go for the interior as well, which will also use just a bit of shadow. Boys, who's for apples? That looks nice. Okay, now that's everything for the interior. No need to add any sheen on that already. Now we're going for the blade, and then we'll go with the Kashira, and then the Tsuba. And then, finally, we'll be done. Just need to remember how the blade's shadows actually work with this guy. Right, seriously? Oh man, that was quick. It's a lot of darkness. I got the wrong colors. And add the sheen. Is it just me, or is there an increased number of online ads these days? It must be coming up with the algorithm or some such. There you go. Bit rough around the edges on that. Fine, let's stick with this. Yeah, I think that should work for now. There's just too many jagged edges for some reason. Oh well. Can't really do much there. Okay, next up would be... Wait, did I put it in... No, so that's why I lightened it up a bit. Much there? Better than nothing. It's the Kashira. It's gonna be shadows. Why is it not registering? Oh, is it a different part? Oh, it is. Dang it! Put too much effort into that. That's what time it is. Ta-da! And we are gonna be done. Do I want to put some shade on this? I guess I do. Just there. This dang add beside stream system is very annoying. Not a fan of that. Like, it suddenly minimizes your stream or the streamer watching, and it moves it to one side while an ad plays on the other, and it really ruins the immersion. I just got a little carried away there, but I think we're done. Let me just... should focus on this. I gotta change my... I guess the purple works. Let's just add some gradient here, maybe. Get this. Ooh. This reminds me of something else, but I think it looks great. Not quite fitting for the Autumnals, because I think this particular kind of pearl coloring... hang on. What was that? What kind of... there it is. It's called Pearl Paint. It kind of reminds me of the color scheme for the TVR Speed 12 for some reason. Yeah, I guess I'll stay with this for now. It looks decent enough as it is. I guess we should put the other automotive. No, maybe not. Oh, I wonder. Let's see. Just one last check. Do I want to put Otomo in there? I feel like I should, just so that there's a reference point, but he's a little too tall. Insert image layer, insert layer. Edit, maybe? Paste. Paste in, paste. Let's just go for it. He's too small! Yeah, he's too small as a reference image and it kind of gets in the way. We could probably add some shadows here, but... Yeah, now let's not add any more shadows to this. I think we're good enough as it is. The gradient should just stay. Yeah, let's just stay with this as it is. I think she's good, or he's good enough already. Even with just the coloring. I should probably adjust the gradient. Or horizontal. Just so that there's something for lighting. Yeah, that looks better actually. I think. Well, it's just for me, but I think it looks better like this. Contrasting, so to speak. And with that, our fan art is done! Oh my god, I didn't expect that I'd actually be able to finish this within the week. Excuse me. I thought it was going to be longer, especially since I thought we were going to be adding a bit more detail, but just even this, I think it looks great enough as it is. Although I'll probably have some people wondering why I changed the Automol wind-up key into black. Let's hope there's enough people in the in the Cecilia Immergreen fandom who would understand who Automa is. Considering considering the media that most of our fans consume, I'm very confident that somebody, even a small percentage of the fandom, will actually recognize Battle Realms. Anywho, with that done, I think we can call it for the night. Thank you so much for dropping by. Oh wait, and if I forgot something. Where's back? Yeah, there. Don't forget, and you gotta add the signature. Oh, I put that probably down here. Well, anyway, thank you so much for dropping by. I know it was a bit of a mess up. There was a lot of funny things here and there that kind of felt a bit weird. But at the very least, we did get our job done, and hopefully the fans will appreciate what we've done for them. Why do I keep messing up my L's? There's definitely something we're gonna pass on this one. No mess. That's so long. Yeah, there's definitely an error there. Hang on. Oh, no wonder! I had my mass set to 0.20. It's the other way around. It should be 0.02. Is that it? Wonder. I think 0.2 actually feels right. Yeah, I think I should go with 0.2. 0.2 seems a bit better for keeping the lines straighter. Okay, maybe that's a little excessive. Yeah, that's 2. But 0.2, fine. Anyway, where were we? Oh, I was already doing my roast spiel. I forgot about that. Let me just finish my signature first. Not much of a signature. Today is almost the 26th, so let's just list it as the 26th anyway. Oh, 26th February 2026. Now that's pretty fancy. Just yes, there we go. Let me just bring the colors back and adjust the signature's positioning. Maybe make it a bit larger. Just and bada bing, bada boom. I think we're done. Signature in and boom. Perfect. Anyway, with that done, I am once again grateful that you dropped in with the art stream today, even though it was a bit here and there all night. At least we managed to finish our objectives before the weekend came in. I'm gonna post this on the on the art tag a little bit later on, so if you do catch it, I hope you share it. And probably drop me a comment too. Not much to worry about there. What was it? Anyhoot, if you got any other complaints or valid reactions about the stream tonight, I would really be appreciative if you can drop me a line. My Twitter or my Pixiv. I'm gonna open up my Pixiv too so I can upload this later. If you got a hankering for the older streams that have expired here on Twitch, probably you want to see how the other art streams went about, you can always check the VOD archive linked in the About tab of my profile page, or searchable under the same channel name on YouTube. That's Lurk at Work with a U instead of an O. For, what is it? By the way, you might be currently checking the VOD. Thanks for dropping by. Sorry that there's not much to see here right now. You might find something more interesting in the other, among the other fan arts that I've, the other streams I've already done. I do have a bit of a repository of streams, including some other games apart from the drawing streams. There might be something much more interesting for you there, so you can always check the channel out for anything else that might be up your alley. Speaking of the channel, if you got a friend who might be interested in the stuff I stream, or who just wants to complain about PNG streamers in general, I would be grateful if you can share my channel with them. That's twitch.tv/lurkatwork. That's all from me for now, since we're done with this one, and I'm going to be uploading this later before I go for the night. I don't know what I'm going to be doing tomorrow, actually. I could probably be doing a game stream. There is, I might go back in and play and continue on with the Battle Realm Serpent campaign. But things might change at the last second, so keep an ear out for that. However, if you're still in the mood for some more streaming, since there's still a bit of time, I think, I can send you over to Ajatepis, who's currently doing a run of Final Fantasy XIV, probably some dungeon crawling, or maybe doing some of the current story campaign. But if you're not and you're heading out for the night, I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Lurk at Work is now RTB as well. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Night for those who are heading out, and stand by for those who are about to be sent over.